All right, hooray, we're here. Last week of writing an argumentative essay for your 8th grade school year. I can't tell you how excited we are as teachers to be done with this, and I hope that you guys as students, you're ready to be done as well. This is a little less writing this week. It's just a slightly different skill you're practicing, so hopefully this video can be short to the point, and we'll be able to get through this without any pain. That's what I'm hoping. You can see that this looks extremely similar to the last couple of weeks. It's still a Google Slides assignment. Argumentative essays traditionally have 6 paragraphs. We have done every paragraph except for paragraph 4 and paragraph 6. So 6 is a conclusion. It's only a few sentences, super easy to write. Your counterargument and solution, you should have already watched the video for that. It's on Google Classroom. If you did not see a video that had a slideshow that looks like this in it, then you need to go back and watch it. Do not attempt to write your counterargument without that. So we're starting off directly with reminding you what your thesis statement is. So everybody right now is writing the same essay, and this is just so that we can help you guys write instead of having 100 different kinds of essays that we're trying to teach at the same time, especially because we only have one live session a week. Mercy killing is justified because it prevents family members and taxpayers from having to pay for expensive hospital bills. Patients should make the choice to live or die, and it would alleviate suffering for those who are in pain. We've already really written those paragraphs. This is just to remind you that your claim is mercy killing is justified. That is your claim. That's what you need to stick with. The thesis statement slides are already completed. You will complete the counterargument and concluding paragraphs 4 and 6. We only need to complete slides 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, and 13. So we're starting with stating our counterargument. And what I did for you, which was so extremely nice of me, was I gave you a sentence frame down here. I'll type it up here as well, but you have it down here on your template, so you really don't need to pause this video, type, pause, and type. It's already there. Our counterargument, we're going to start with the same sentence frame. So we're going to delete where it says type here. There are people who feel, and then we need to write whatever the opposite claim is. What is our claim? How do I remember what my claim is? I'm going to go back to my thesis statement, and it says mercy killing is justified. So I'm going to write the opposite of that here. It's going to say mercy killing is not justified. I'm not going to type it because I want you guys to use your brains instead of just waiting for me to type it for you. Because, and then we would write, what would somebody from the other side, what would they say? If there are people who feel mercy killing is not justified, what would be their strongest reason? I would probably say something like murder is murder. Taking another human's life is still murder. Then we'll come down to our solution. This is similar to that rebuttal portion of the counterargument. Somebody argued with you. How are you going to argue back? So again, we're going to have our little sentence frame down here. We'll delete where it says type here. However, and then we would write a solution. How are we going to say it's murder that's okay? How are you going to write that sentence? What would it sound like? If somebody is saying that mercy killing is not justified because taking another human's life is still murder, what would your solution sound like? However, what? And I'm not going to type it for you. I want you to really think about it. What would you actually say to somebody? And if you agree a little bit, then just imagine you didn't. Imagine you didn't and try to argue with that directly. When you move on to your citing, you're just going to support whatever you wrote here. Like maybe you say it's not murder because the person wants to die. Then you need to find some evidence to support that idea that somebody wants to die. And how do we find that evidence? You're going to access that same topic on Google Classroom that says writing resources. And you have all your articles right here. It's 4 of them. You also have your transitions, and you have the handout that gives you some more sentence stems if you need it. Once you cite that evidence, explain how the evidence supports your original claim that mercy killing is justified and how it refutes or argues against the opposing viewpoint. So how does your evidence that you cite in this box, how does it argue with this and support your claim? I know that's a lot to think about. I don't want you to get stressed. I just want you to try. If you make no effort and you come to our live sessions expecting us to write it for you, we will not be doing that. I know it's been a while, but you guys need to exercise your minds. You need to really do some deep thinking because it's super important that you guys go to high school with this skill of attempting at least to write a counter argument. Once you're done with the counter argument, you can move on to where it is a conclusion. If you're not done with your counter argument yet, I suggest you pause here, go back, rewatch what I just said, maybe go rewatch your counter argument, and then attempt to write your counter argument because I'm going to move on here to the conclusion. For your conclusion, the first thing you always do is restate your thesis statement. Now, we already put it in here for you because we gave you a thesis statement. Then you're going to summarize your supporting reasons. Your supporting reasons are here. They're already listed. Reason number 1, it prevents family members and taxpayers from having to pay for expensive hospital bills. So that's what you would put first. You're going to summarize that using different words. Next, you're going to summarize your second reason. Patients should make the choice to live or die. And then for last, you're going to summarize your last reason. It would alleviate suffering for those who are in pain. And then your call to action, therefore, then you fill in the blank. Therefore, what people should what? What message should be left with someone after an argumentative essay? People should write legislators. People should donate towards research for terminal diseases. People should fight for their decision to make their own decisions for their life. That's up to you. What is the call to action? Then once you are done, you are done. And this essay is put to bed. We are finished. Which I feel like at this point, you could do a little victory dance, go party it up a little, and then get ready for next week, which is going to be a little more fun. But we want you guys to get your essays finished. So email us if you have any questions, and best of luck.